welcome to this session. We'll give solution to the second part of question 2. We are given two functions f and g, so we have to solve the equation f composed with g equals to g composed with f. Now, this is an easy problem if you understand how to compose two functions, f and g. So this is what you are going to do. Solution. So f composed with g means f becomes the function and g becomes the input. So g function is 1 over x minus 1. Ask yourself, what does f do to any x is given? You give f an x, it multiplies that x by 2. So you give it this input, it will do the same job to multiply the input by 2. So this is the same as 2x minus 1. And then g composed with f of x means g becomes the function, f of x becomes the input. So f of x by definition is 2x. And ask yourself, what does g function does to any x? You give g an x, it will take 1 over the input you gave it and then subtracts 1. So it do the same thing. It will take 1 over the input is 2x and then subtracts 1. So when they tell us that f composed with g of x is g composed with f of x, we simply now replace f composed with g. We have gotten the answer to be 2 over x minus 1. This one is 1 over 2x minus 1. Now the equation just reduces to solving linear equations. So cross multiply. So 2 into 2x minus 1. 1 times this will be x minus 1. So this is 4x minus 2 equals to x minus 1. 4x minus x equals to minus 1 plus 2. So 3x equals to 1. And so x is 1 over 3, simply by dividing through by 3. So this is the solution. Similarly, assuming you are given a problem, but this is just a by the was not in the cut. So this different question, the same case, they tell you that find the set of solutions of f given. So part A, they tell you that f of x is 2 over x plus 1 and g of x is given by 3x. So what you do here, define the composition. So f composed with g of x means f, then g becomes the function, the input. So you write this one as f 3x. You give f any x, it will take 2 over the x you gave it plus 1. So this will be 2 over 3x plus 1. G composed with f means g is the function, f is the input. So which will be g of 2 over x plus 1. G, you give it an x, it multiplies by 3. So you give it this input, it multiplies by 3, so it will be 6x plus 1. So this means f composed with G equals to G composed with f will mean 2 over 3x plus 1 is equals to 6 over x plus 1. Cross multiply, so we'll have 6 into 3x plus 1, 2 into x plus 1. So this will be 18x plus 6 equals to 2x plus 2. Now collect like terms, 18x minus 2x equals to 2 minus 6. So this will be 16x equals to minus 4. So divide through by 16, divide through by 16. X should be minus 1 over 4. Because this one, negative 1, then 4. So this becomes the solution. And part B, if you are given that f of x is x squared and g of x is given by 1 over x squared minus 3, then you just define f composed with g of x will be f, this by definition, which will give you f of 1 over x squared minus 3. So you give f an x, it squares it. So you give it this input, it will square the input. And then g composed with f of x means g is a function, f of x becomes the input. So g of x squared, I give g an input called x squared, it will take 1 over that input squared minus 3. So this 1 over x power 4 minus 3. This was the same as 1 over x squared minus 3 squared. So by that equality, we have 1 over x squared minus 3 equals to 1 over x power 4 minus 3. As usual, we cross multiply. So we'll have x power 4 minus 3 equals to x squared minus 3 squared. So x power 4 minus 3 equals to x power 4 minus 6x squared plus 9. Just opening the brackets here. And you see, in this case, x squared, x power 4 cancels out. So 6x squared minus 12 equals to 0. I've taken everything to the left. So we factorize 6. So x squared minus 2 equals to 6 equals to 0. So x squared minus 2 is 0. And it's not hard to see that x squared will be 2, which means x is plus or minus root 2. You have to include both answers, plus and minus. So that's how we solve such kind of problems. Thank you.